SeeSii sent me a battery powered pole saw. SeeSii reached new heights at SeeSii, and we're gonna try it out. As you can see, Pup E got it off the porch before I did, which is okay. She is an unboxing fan, and she loves to try to unbox everything. Hey, that's pretty good, ain't it? So what I want to know is, what's in a box? So what's in a box is a charger. What's in a box is 2 batteries. What's in a box is handles, gloves, a little bit of oil, lube, and a chain. And it looks just like the small. No way. It actually has a pump where you lube it. Now that's 1 step higher than the little other brand that I have, SeeSii. One of the coolest features I've seen since the 1900s is this. Push the button and it shows you how much battery you have left. Hard to beat that fun item. So without reading the instructions, I snapped that to one end and I put the battery on the other end, and I pushed the button to see if it worked, and it already comes with a chain. So it went ahead and did a little chop up on the cover, which is okay. But this is pretty cool because you simply push a button and you can change the angle of your dangle. There's your button, and here is your bottle of battery. So we won't push it again until we're ready. So I want to know how high it'll go and what it'll do and when it'll flow. But we need to put a little bit of oilation in here and try it out. Never mind, it does not come with oil. It comes with a chain, a strap, eyeglasses, a thing to clean out your infant's nose, a screwdriver, some gloves, and a handy dandy handle. It recommends Oregon oil, of course, which is a high-end brand of chain and oil, or any oil lubrication at all. So I don't know if these are actually Oregon chains. It doesn't matter, but we do need to put a little bit of oil in there. And of course it says don't fill it all the way to the top. And the reason you don't want to fill it all the way to the top is because they all leak when you turn it upside down. The oil manages to find a way out. This chain is on there actually perfectly, but if you loosen this, you can snug it out that way. Or as it says, press the safety button and the switch together. But if you unloosen this and just gently tug it out and tighten it back up, it is actually very easy to tighten up the chain. It arrives put together about 6 foot long once you attach the chain and the battery. Once you extend it, it is 9 foot long. Now what we want to know is how big a limb can we cut directly over our head. But first we need some oil. And really, you could use anything that is a semi-lubricant as a lubricant. We're going to use algicide, brake fluid, mineral spirits, throw in a little bit of mothers, do you think they'll drop the bomb? We're going to do a little bit of gear oil because it is more of a honey-like consistency, like the that's probably enough, like bar chain oil. Mercy nurse, who's a good girl? Who's drinking it all up? Good girl. Oops, no, it's almost to the top. The bubble is kind of a neat little feature because you can, it just simply puts a little pressure in there and then runs it out its little tube and gets it on the chain. But what I do with these all the time is use some, oh, I forgot what it's called, but I spray the chain occasionally. You simply take it in your arm, chaka. Let me feel my charm, chaka, because you know the under one to keep you warm, chaka. And I want to get rid of that limb because it is growing up into there, up into the building. I don't need a 9 foot bar, but we're going to give you a little boost to see the activity. You need to get closer than that, don't you? You want to really enjoy. Okay, I want you to enjoy too. So you sit right there, and you sit right there. Are you ready? If you're scared of heights, where's the button? Here it is. Huh. Can't beat that. If I wanted to cut this whole tree down, I would. Let's see how high we get. I want to go cut something else. I have wanted to do this ever since I realized I wasn't tall enough. I am now. Beautiful. Gotta love this game. Oh yeah, there's more to cut down. You just wait right there. You're just not hanging on strong enough, are you? Well, you're about to. I spent about $30 planting about 30 of these green giants. And it has been quite the chow to get all these other trees from growing, to stop growing into it, because I couldn't reach up there. Now we've got a way. Watch this. We're gonna go way up there. You hang on, okay? Couple of more on the crate. I'm kind of having fun with this. Right there. What you do need to do, this thing is awesome. You do need to wear safety glasses when you cut right over your head. I didn't, and I'm about to go to the vet and get them to hose out my eyeball. So we're going to release this. There's your battery release, and the whole thing slides up like that. And then the rest of it's rather simple. You do that, and it almost doggone retracts by itself. Actually, it did retract by itself. See if it'll do it again. Sorta, kinda, not so much. The other one did have the spring. Then you simply take off the battery, go charge it, and you play again. This thing is amazing. I will admit, it is amazing. 21 volt max. That is absolutely plenty. Most push mowers that are electric are 40 volt. I will put the link to this on this video description. Thank you, SeeSii. Oh, SeeSii ride. Oh, SeeSii. I want you to reach new heights with SeeSii. Thanks for watching my video. No, don't. Thanks. Well, we got stuff to do. I failed to dim it, so I want to dim it. Okay, this had 3 pulses on it before, 3 lights. Still got 3 lights. Let's say you just want to trim a little limb. This little limb of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. You can do that. And let's say you want to get really serious, so you put your handle on there because you're about to get serious. Just say it, you're about to get serious. Actually, really smooth. Okay, let's go do something else. this is one of the best spots to sneak up on a soft shell or a snake. If I sound funny, it's because I just had surgery on my 2 blowholes. I didn't realize it. Well, I realized it, but I broke my nose in the Navy and I never had it fixed. And the doctor said that's why you can't breathe. And I told him to quit making fun of me, and he put me to sleep and cut a bunch of slices in my blowholes and shoved tubes up there. It's a pretty amazing experience. It actually kind of hurts. I'm not supposed to bend over or do anything strenuous, but I'm almost a week into it, so I'm kind of cheating. I did not bring gloves, but I did bring the crack scratcher to see if there's anything simple sitting around easy to find. It's not a good idea to go in here, but I'm going because I'm gonna be, that's about near belly height, so I gotta bend over a pretty good ways to get in there, but I'm going. Every time I do this I hit my head. I haven't yet this time, but I don't want to, so I'm using my crack scratcher to kind of prop with till I can get through here and get out the other side. The tubes are still in my nose. The doctor tricked me though. He said, you'll be amazed at how much you'll be able to breathe, how much better you'll be able to breathe after this surgery. It's been horrible. Maybe he means after I get the tubes out. I don't know. Anytime I rescue a basketball, I'll just simply throw it over the fence in hopes that some kid can get it. And they will. So far there are no animals running in front of me other than an occasional fish or a bird. Okay, I've gazed my eyes upon a soft shell. And it will hide itself back right there. It'll kind of bury up in the grass again and it'll be fine. The spider's not fine. God, that's a good spider. Every time I blow on it, it casts a new web. So here's a little slit in the rocks. You know, I saw on the news, which the older I get, the more I watch. I don't know what's wrong with me. The famous old penny is going to be done away with. The library, the penny, the shield, the everything. Quality tire right there. Gone. So we'll look right here. See what that yellow thing is. Except I think it is buried in the concrete. No, it's not. That is a cable. So, as usual, I should have brought my gloves, but I did not. I will be ever so gentle in my bride's crack scratcher because I don't want to tear it up. So we'll do it like this. See what's in here. But so far, what do we have? We have a turtle. That may be as good as it gets. I am 100% okay with only getting a turtle. There does not appear to be any coins in here yet. I should have wore the glove, but let's keep going. In the shade in here, it's really nice and pleasant. I might just lay down in here, but I probably won't. Let's scratch this little crack. It looks a little deeper. No, but it's not deep. It's not deep at all. Man. Okay, I'm gonna move up here. There's gotta be one up here. This water smells like sewage. It didn't back there, but it does right here. There's the old fancy shotgun shell. I need to get that out of there. After I pick up my gripper, I'll need my we'll set that to the side. Look in here. There's nothing in there. No coins, no nothing. Okay, let's keep moving. That's where the stink is coming from. Oh my goodness. And the mosquitoes are vish. Oh, we gotta be moving. Can't handle that sniffing. I didn't even scratch it. One little tiny spot right here. Nothing. All right, we're not done. We're back to rocks instead of just concrete. This one might be a little harder to see, but it looks like a producer. But again, maybe it is not. If you're just joining me and wonder what I'm doing, I am looking for cool things to get stuck in the cracks as it flows through the city. It doesn't happen much, but it does happen from time to time. And of course, trains are important. They got to be in every video or I can't make a video. I came out of there and decided to walk this and go downstream since there doesn't appear to be a lot of things to find today, but we could. That's a big old brim. We could get in here and find something. Well, I found mosquitoes and saw one more turtle. It was a musk turtle, but I didn't have an opportunity to harvest it and show you. And I don't know if we're gonna be able to get through all this mess, because I know there's a pretty deep hole down here. I haven't been here in a long time, but I think there's a pretty deep hole on the other side of this, and I'm sure this is full of ants. Well, let's see if it's full of ants. Oh, we gotta get through there. It takes a minute, but it is worth it because there are so many ants. And they don't bite, but they just get all over you and they crawl on you, and then you're laying in bed at night and there's ants in your pants. I made it. Now, I just got a few stray ants. on my fingers. Now we can keep moving and see if there's any animals down here. Or something more. What is that? Apparatus. It was made into that piece of concrete. This creek flows out of the town, so there's a little bit of everything in it. I would prefer just animals right now, but you'll always find a box of cookies or a pack of cookies, a CD, and a virtual myriad of other treasures. But now we gotta know, what was someone singing? Nobody knows who that is. I don't think it could get any better than 1,000 mosquitoes. Let's see. Oh, look. Let's feed the fish. Now we should get a lot of animals down here. If I can do this. Okay, you get a cookie. Oops. I'm absolutely covered in mosquitoes. Absolutely. Yes, I'm gonna take that out, but I'm not gonna shove it in my man purse right now. I've not found any more animals, snakes or anything. Nothing. I don't know how far we're gonna be able to do this sojourn because I just don't know. There's some rocks down there. That's a big spider web. You gotta keep your eyes open because something's big. Okay, there went a snake right there. It jumped off the limbs and went under. We did not get a vis. I saw the limbs moving though. Oh, wait, hold the goodness gracious, look at the mosquitoes. I don't know if I'll be able to do this. This could count as a snake. You see its eyes? I got a mosquito on my face. Okay, get moving, get moving. Between the mosquitoes and everything else in the city creeks, I had to get back here. This is the creek that rolls through some of our property, and I have, after every storm, I find some arrowheads. So let's go do a quick arrowhead hunt and then we'll wrap this up fast. Unless we see an animal, then we're gonna have to hold it and cuddle it and call it our own. Meow. Get up at that dog. Get up at that dog. She's mad at me because her collar vibrates when I want her to obey me. Now when I put the collar on her, she sits in one spot like all day long. But I don't make her wear it all day. She acts like she's in trouble. Any other day she'd be out here jumping in the water and frolicking amok. So many rocks in this creek can be so deceiving. So many look like arrowheads, but they are more sandstone. That, and then there's occasional pot of clay. These are fascinating to me because you can play in the clay, you can pick up the clay, you can mold the clay into anything you want, and it'll dry up and it'll be clay in place you like clay. I've posted 2 or 3 points on my Facebook page. Nobody really cares on Facebook. It's kind of a place where it's hard to get really serious about anything because some of the comments are so mean, but I still put stuff out there just so I can endure the absolute abuse. YouTube is a lot more family friendly because you can completely pick and choose, and I can filter out all the bad comments. I can't, or I haven't figured out how to do that on Facebook. But anyway, maybe we'll find something in here. But those of you who do follow me on Facebook, you will have already seen the past couple I found since the past couple of storms. Maybe we can simply walk through here and find one, or snakes up there. When you're looking at a million different kinds of stone, my kids, you know, and I started saying most people ask me, how do you know what's a point and what's not? And I don't know. I guess it's just from years of going in and picking them up. Like, this is obviously a broken piece that was knocked off in the midst of making an arrowhead. You can see where this is actually pretty stinking cool. I just picked it up. You can tell it has been napped, meaning I don't know if they used wood or another piece of stone to nap and knock the pieces off. Any point you buy somewhere or get from somewhere else or look at, if it is way too perfect, there's machines that can do them now really beautifully. This is a really nice piece. I'll probably keep it even though it's not a point. But seriously though, when I'm walking around here, I just look for odd colored rocks, and then I go and give them a little flippity flip. And mosquito on my nose. There's not supposed to be any mosquitoes out here. And if they're, of course, roundish when you flip them up, then it's not one. If it's that right there that looks like it, that is your standard old sandstone stuff, and you can pick it up and simply snap it in half, and of course it is not an arrowhead. One I found the other day, well, I found one on this little wash up right here a while back, but I found one in here that was absolutely glistening, beautiful, bright. That's kind of deep, puppy, but it was just glistening, just shining out. And of course your eyes focus right on the big bright ones first, but there are some dark orange ones in here, dark brown, but some of the quartz ones stand out. Of course that is not one, and if it was shaped more like one instead of a heart, again, it won't break like that. I don't know the official word, I've just always called it sandstone. And then there's times when I just stand in one spot and look for anything that stands out. That stands out, of course, that's another piece of sandstone, just because I'm used to them. That almost looks like a piece of petrified wood, and it may be, but I could not tell you if it is or not, because I am not a rockologist. She is, though. There was a turtle on here the other day. I put that post on Facebook because I made the video with my phone. It was about the size of a quarter. It was actually smaller than a quarter, and it was right there, and it was so dry I thought for sure it was not alive, but it was just sitting up there drying out until it went for a swim again. She finally got in the water. Come on, let's go find some arrowheads. Come on. I know what she's wondering. I wonder if I get this necklace wet. It'll stop working. This is a little side fact, fun fact for such a beautiful stray. One good thing about having a light colored stray is you can see every tick. When she gets out in the afternoon, when she gets her groove on, she'll run through the fields and she'll come back with about 5 or 6 ticks crawling up her legs, but you can see them. You can absolutely see them walking up her. Fun fact, that color dog is the one. When I started this video, which has turned into several different places, I wasn't feeling well. I'm still not feeling too well. I'm supposed to get my tubes. This is another day actually. I'm supposed to get my tubes out of my nose tomorrow from the surgery I had. But that hasn't stopped me from coming down here every day, other than the pain in my face, and finding stones like this and roll them across the water. I don't know why that's so satisfying, but I'm hoping we can find a point while we're out here and I can show it to you. But really, after every storm though, there's like 3 that I find, and then I don't find any more till the next storm, unless it's just a rando. And there may be one. See, that's got a little white on it, but the problem with grabbing them in the current when they're white is you can lose them as quickly as you can pick them up. That's not one. If it is not one, it gets thrown way up there. There's a little pool over there, and I don't want to find it again. I've only found one sticking out of this bank in my lifetime, or your lifetime. Only one, and it was way back upstream. I guess if I find 2 in my lifetime, I'll show you the next one. But as you can see, it's pretty easy to see the bottom unless there's a dog in front of you. I got a good friend. His name's Cliff. He has a YouTube channel, Alabama Headhunter. He is a professional arrowhead hunter, if there is such a thing. He is the real deal. I can pick up this rock right here and he can tell me what it's made of, what it should taste like, and what kind of sides I should make if I decide I want to eat it. See, like there's a little red one poking through amidst these 2 oranges. Once I get down to it, I say, okay, well that's way too big. I have found red arrowheads in this creek before. That is not clay. That little piece is going to float away if I try to grab it without doing anything. That is a chip that has been napped. You can see where it's got each piece knocked off, knocked off, knocked off. Now just a standard issue broken rock that's been broken in the water will have solid big breaks like that, not individual little chips knocked off of it. It's crazy, the tubes they put in my nose were supposed to help me breathe better, but I can't breathe hardly at all through my nose. But that's not what's important right now. This piece, although beautiful, has not been napped. It has simply been broken off, solid on all edges. I've always found myself to be somewhat knowledgeable about snakes, and that is true until it comes to things like water moccasins, cottonmouths, same thing. Some darker colors of mud snakes and things like that, the dark ones. If it's not a dark rat snake or a dark black racer or a dark king snake, I don't pick it up. I started following a bunch of Alabama snake identification pages, thinking, oh yeah, I know what every snake is on here. And there's a lot of snakes. Turns out they are water moccasins that I did not know. And I know everybody says, well, it's so easy. Well, let's look at this. That is not one. It has not been napped. It's not as easy as I thought it was, but that's okay. I'm not going to take any chances like that. I just picked up this beast. That has been napped. up that end and down that end, and broken completely in half. I would not call this an arrowhead because it is so big, but so I don't know what you would call it. But that would have been amazing. I'll show you what it looked like in the water. It was white, but it was a little dirtier than that because I wiped it off when I picked it up. But look at that. That was a beast. I'm still walking around playing with this thing out of my pocket. Look at that. That would have been gargantuan. That's a word, I think. Slight hint of orange, but I roll it and it's nothing. Don't be digging out any snakes over there. Nope. There's an orange one right there, but I think I'm gonna use the fingers. Oh, it's not. I guess I'm done. She's had enough and I haven't found anything. So the only for sure one we found was that. Large and in charge, but missing the other half. So anyway, we'll do something a little bit different next time. I'm just still in the slow zone. Thanks for watching my videos.